Hey, welcome back, friends. I hope you enjoyed this book, okay? So, Mission Dog Rescue, some of the things I want you to think about within the text is that when natural disasters strike, animals are affected. Organizations and volunteers around the world rescue and care for animals affected by disasters, okay? We're not the only ones affected. Animals are too, okay? So between 67,000 and 121,000 animals were saved from Hurricane Katrina. Only about 4,000 were reunited with their owners. Oh, that's so sad. That's like a small part of the animals, and all the other ones are orphaned or strayed or you know euthanized. You never know. Okay, so thinking beyond the text. So people love and depend upon animals as much as animals love and depend upon people. Okay, think of your own personal dog, or cat, or bird, or parrot, or fish. Okay, you care about them. Lucy Pueblo feels that she has to try to rescue as many animals as possible. Okay, so think beyond the text, okay? Direct quotes from Lucy contributed to um, oh goodness, I cannot say this word, authenticity of the text. So because it was it had quotes from her talking in the book, it made it more meaningful and it made it more original, okay? Because no one else can say that but her. Okay, the stories about the Sharpay and Max make the text more interesting. The writer wants the reader to know the importance of animal rescue organizations and after national disasters. So, what is the message in this book? Remember, every book has a message. Okay, so listen here. Natural disasters affect people and animals. Many organizations work to rescue and care for animals after natural disasters. The animals benefit, and so do the people who rescue them. Often, you gain a great deal from helping others. So, when you help others and not just yourself, you gain more internally than you do outward. Okay? And it's that internal stuff that really matters. Okay? So, let's go ahead and look at Check Your Thinking on page 4 and 5. Go ahead and turn to page 4 and 5. Okay, so on page 4 and 5, and then, okay, so I want you to make some notes about why these volunteers do the work of rescuing animals after a natural disaster. So identify specific evidence in the text that helps you understand the volunteers. So here's 4 and 5. I want you to just write some quick notes in your notebook on a sticky note, okay? Anytime it says jot down, just write it on a sticky note and stick it in your notebook, okay? So write about the evidence that helps you understand the volunteers, okay? And why these volunteers are doing this. All right? So you notice that the writer provides one short section that tells readers about a big idea in a very direct way. The section called Animal Matters is written in a direct style. How did that help you as a reader? You'll also notice that the writer presents Lucy a specific example of a volunteer and tells about her dedication to saving animals. How did this example help you as a reader? Okay, so let's turn to Animal Matters right up here. And tell me how this helps you as a reader. Okay, go ahead and stop your video and turn and talk to your partner about that. Okay? All right, see you when you get back. All right, so also some vocabulary. Evacuated on page 16. There's the glossary. Evacuate says to leave a dangerous area and go to a safe place. Okay, so other synonyms: evacuate, vacate, vacant, and evacuee. Okay, those are leaving a place and going to a new place. Okay, so those are synonyms for the word. So let's see. An evacuee is someone who leaves or is helped to leave a place for safety. Okay? Vacate means empty. So when a place is vacant, nothing is left in the place. Many things, such as a house, a building, or a street, can be empty or vacant. What do all these words have in common? I hope you're thinking empty, not there anymore, right? Okay, so let's look at your fluency real quick. Turn to page 10. Okay, so let's see. Mission, dog rescue. Let's read a paragraph together. Let's read finding shelters together, okay? So we're going to do a choral read, so you need to grab your book and read with me, okay? Finding shelters. Another part of Lucy's job was to help find shelters and homes for the thousands of animals that came into the shelter. Lucy called organizations from all over the country, asking them to pick up and house the dogs. Rudy Rescue, a rescue organization for Rottweilers, was awesome. I would call them and they would come right away to take any Rottweiler we had. Alaska Airlines and Continental Airlines even flew dogs for free, says Lucy. Oh, that's awesome. And look at the little dogs. Or actually the big dogs. They get a free ride, okay, to safety. They're evacuating those dogs, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to some multisyllable words that have an accented syllable with a vowel and a consonant R. So you're going to be blending the sound of the vowel with the R, okay? So go ahead and get out your word bag for lesson 99, and I want you to go ahead and read these words, okay? Your words are going to be alert, disturb, reverse, urgent, confirm, furnace, 30. Okay, so what I want you to do is notice, what do you notice about the vowel sound in the accented syllable of each word? So notice that the accent, that little check, remember we were working with that, we were scooping, and then we were putting an accent on the syllable that had the most stress. Well, when you do this, I want you to scoop the syllables and I want you to put an accent where that syllable is stressed, okay? Now look and listen. The stress is going to be on the syllable with the vowel R combination, okay? For instance, alert. We're going to put a dash there, okay, an accent mark, and then we're going to underline ER, okay, because there's the vowel with control that's controlled by the R, saying okay, o-ert, okay, and then that accent is going to be on that syllable, so it's going to be in the second syllable, okay, so that's your job today. Organize your word cards, okay, and then you're going to scoop each syllable, okay, so break it apart, and then you're going to put an accent on the syllable that has the stress. And remember, I gave you a hint. The syllable that has the stress is going to be the one with the vowel and the R, okay? I'll see it, and I'll see how you do on your words, okay? See you when you get back. Alrighty. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce your next text, which is this one. Okay? It is the Yo-Yo Cape. That looks pretty cool. This is from the It's a Mystery series. See that? Okay, so listen up to the genre focus. This realistic fiction story depicts events that could happen in real life. It excuse me. It has clues, a crime, and crime solvers, so it is also a mystery. The substitute teacher, Mr. Cox, acts strangely, and the main characters, Gus and Akiko, put the clues together to solve the mystery. Using their yo-yos, Gus and Akiko foil and attempt robbery on the museum. What? Y'all are robbing people? That's not good. Okay, let's read some more. All right, so your new book today is a part of it's a mystery series. So what's a mystery like, and what do you know you need to do when you read a mystery? Okay, so I want you to stop and talk about that with your partner. Stop your video, take your headphones off, and talk. What do you do in a mystery? Okay, see you when you get back. All right, so there is always a problem, sometimes a crime, and the main character or characters have to look for clues to solve the mystery. A reader may try to predict the solution in a mystery even before the character reveals it. Okay? The title of this book is called The Yo-Yo Caper by Logan Everett. A caper is a prank or a robbery. Do any of you like to play with yo-yos? I do. Besides the yo-yo, 2 other games are featured in this book. It's important to know what they are. Okay? So look on pages 2 and 3. You will see the main characters. So 2 and 3. You will see the main character, the two main characters, Gus, the blonde boy, and Akiko, the girl with the black hair. Read these pages silently, and then let's talk about who is telling the story. Go ahead and do that. Pause your video and read silently. Okay, if you said Gus is telling the story, you are right. How could you tell though? Okay, Gus and Akiko are crazy about yo-yos, but Gus's parents aren't so crazy about them. Can you imagine that Gus and Akiko are pretty good at playing with yo-yos? If you do something often, you're gonna get pretty good, right? So, Gus and Akiko's class is going on a field trip to the Games of the World Traveling Museum. What do you think Gus and Akiko want to see? What do you think they want to see? Hint, hint, yo-yos probably. Look at page 4. You can see a very special melancholy game. Okay, that's actually a math game, right? What page 4? Oh, okay. Yes. Have you ever played that game right here? It's really cool. I learned how to play it in 6th grade in my math class. It's really cool. You can do this with egg carton and beans too. If you wanted to make your own, use an old egg carton and then get some beans, just regular old beans in a bag, and you can make a melancholy game. Okay, anyways, that was my little plug in for, being creative over the summer. Okay, so read the caption, okay? What makes this game so special? So if I can read it, it says, this melancholy is very precious indeed, as its markers are not made of stone, but of precious stones, rubies. Oh, okay. So on page 10, on the morning of the field trip, the class has a surprise. Their teacher, Miss Whitman, is not there. They have a substitute teacher, Mr. Cox. Uh-oh. Y'all know how y'all do subs. And, okay, I hope you treat them very special, because they're guests, right? So, and also a chaperone, Mr. Phelps. You can see them there in the picture, okay? What are you thinking? So what page is that? Page 10. So what are you thinking? Oh, geez. They are kind of mean looking. I wouldn't mess with them, huh? Okay, so the word appropriately on page 11. So appropriately means it's at the bottom that you should do it the right way, right? So inappropriately would mean doing it the wrong way, right? Okay. Let's see here. So you will find out that Gus and Akiko start to suspect. Okay, what they start to suspect. They start to notice odd things about Mr. Cox and Mr. Phelps. You will want to notice those things too. Fortunately, Gus and Akiko have yo-yos in their pockets. You will find out why this is important too. As you read, notice the clues and try to solve the mystery. So, this story, I want you to go ahead and read this mystery from the beginning until the end, okay? And I'll come back to discuss with you, okay? But before I let you go, I want you to think about how did Gus and Akiko's yo-yos skills pay off for everyone. So I want you to take notes about that with your sticky notes. Did Gus's parents change their minds about yo-yos? I need you to write your sticky notes about that. Do you think the writer, what do you think the writer's message is? So write that on your sticky notes, okay? So things I want you to think about is Gus and Akiko's class take a field trip to see the games of the World Traveling Museum. Gus and Akiko like yo-yos. They're very good at them. They have substitute teachers. There's a game called Melancholia that's really cool. And Gus and Akiko, they do a robbery. Gosh. Also, thinking beyond the text, I want you to think about how Mr. Cox is so strange, and the museum is grateful that Akiko do something very nice about saving something. I wonder what they save. Precious. Okay. And mom and dad's attitude towards the yo-yos. Okay, so think about that. And then when you think beyond the text or about the text, I want you to notice how the writer uses clues to build suspense and show how observant Gus and Akiko are, okay? And the purpose of this story is to show that sometimes seemingly frivolous pastimes can be useful, okay? And also remember, every book has a message, and this message is a seemingly frivolous pastime can be useful. So frivolous means like small, not important at the time. There may be a reason to be suspicious of unusual behavior. Observation can be a powerful tool. So those are your messages for this book, okay? So also, a really cool thing before you read this. The writer uses a technique called foreshadowing. What does that mean? It means giving readers a hint of what is going to happen without really telling them what's going to happen. Okay, so he's foreshadowing, he's giving you a little sneak peek, and then he's like, oh nope, I don't want you to know. Okay, that's what the writer's doing. Okay, it keeps it a mystery, because remember, mystery means unknown. Enjoy your book. Okay, see you later. Bye.